Hello, it is again me, Dr. Cinema. Again, sorry, I'm pretty tired. I mean, I got a new job, early mornings, that kind of stuff. So, sorry, but I have a little bit more excitement for this video. We're back again for another round of the movie face-off science fiction tournament. This time it's round 6, and yes, that is the correct round. I am checking we are on round 6. Now, for this round, we have the 2015 movie Ex Machina versus the 1995 anime film Ghost in the Shell. Now, again, this is the 1995 anime film, not the 2017 Hollywood film starring Scarlett Johansson. Now, again, the themes, how relate to science fiction, story, perception, all that determining factors. So, with that in mind, let's get down to business. So, Ghost in the Shell was an anime film of 1995. That's the third time I've said that. It's about a futuristic world where bodies can be augmented or altered with body parts. The human brain is considered a ghost, and like a mechanical body is considered shell. And our main character, Motoko, is a woman who has a ghost, but is a completely mechanical shell. And she serves a government organization, Section 9, Section 6. One of those two sections dealing with like diplomacy, but also tracking down a hacker known as the Puppet Master, who's and the film movie does lots of self identity, that stuff, a little bit about that in a little bit. Ex Machina focuses on a worker of a company who wins a chance to go and meet with the CEO of said company for a period of time. I think it's like a week, and they hang out, and he helps the CEO with his project a little bit about him like making a android robot like as human as possible with like emotions, conscious thinking, and he even installed pleasure sensors in her nether regions. I think the CEO was pretty horny when he was making this robot. But yeah, the story delves into the topics relating to AI and to them becoming their own like independent individuals and what that entails. The reception of the anime film Ghost in the Shell back when it was first released, it was positive, but now it's been considered like one of the greatest of its kind, and especially for the science fiction subgenre known as cyberpunk. In fact, Ghost in the Shell is one of the major influences of another science fiction movie, The Matrix, which will show up later in this tournament. And Ex Machina has been received universal acclaim, even though it's only been released 2 years ago, dealing with AI and and what makes a human, those sorts of things. And Ghost in the Shell deals with self-identity in a highly technologically advanced world, and especially when human bodies can be altered using robot body parts, and a human brain being in like a mechanical body certainly brings up questions about humanity, self-identity, and whether or not you are actually human or just a robot who has human-like characteristics. Now, both these films are really tied together to futuristic, science fiction themes, and both of them are sort of present in the real world. I mean, scientists today are working on AI, trying to make it better, more advanced, even trying to make robots that can do certain stuff by themselves, like taking orders and preparing food at fast food restaurants has been an idea floating around. And Ghost in the Shell also deals with, like I said, body parts being robots, and we kind of have that with like prosthetic limbs and that sorts of things going on in like the medical business. So they're both really in touch with like the real world and like how those advances like connect to our everyday lives. It's a really close one for this one. I mean, do you go with the one who went on to influence another great science fiction franchise, The Matrix, or do you go with the one that's more Hollywood and westernized that still has very much to say about realistic issues going on in our world? Let's see, one has Oscar Isaac, the other one has a character that later is played by Scarlett Johansson. This is harder than I thought. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'm going to have to go with Ghost in the Shell. I'm sorry, but it is one. I mean, they're similar, but Ghost in the Shell came out first. It went on to become a classic. It went to influence several other science fiction films. It's just I feel like it's just more well established. And Ex Machina is a great film, but it really hasn't had the same kind of influence and impact than Ghost in the Shell probably has. I'm sorry if that irritates you, but this is my gut feeling. Ghost in the Shell, 1995 anime film, wins this round. So, that's that round. Like, comment, subscribe, and as usual, here's a hint for the next round. 2 time traveling movies. Wait, do they? Hold on. Let me just double check something. I don't want to give you the wrong kind of hint. Huh. They're both time traveling movies, and they both have Bruce Willis. Hmm. I knew. Well, yeah, 2 time traveling movies, both Bruce Willis is the star. So that's your hint. The Doctor Cinema. Sorry if this kind of irks you. See you next time.